Kira hands over the arrows wrapped in rags to Crone. She takes them and admires the blacksmith's work.
My lady, I allowed myself to make some adjustments. They will have greater range due to improved balance.
Clever.
Kira continues to glance towards the carriage with the emblem of the Fallen Order.
Is that all?
Well, doesn't it strike you as strange that there is a carriage with the symbol of the Fallen Order here?
They came with my uncle, so what?
I've never encountered them in battle myself, but my father, when he was alive, told me that they were the vilest creatures to ever set foot on our lands.
I have nothing to fear. Don't forget I am the daughter of the Emperor himself.
Yes, I know how powerful you are, my lady, but I wouldn't be so sure. Where your people don't like Westerns and deny the Eastern ones, we know a bit more about them. They once lived in our lands before the Great War.
They are no longer a threat to us after Gideon forged an alliance with them many centuries ago. So don't worry, but I appreciate your concern.
It is my duty as a prisoner from the West.
Stop it, you haven't been a prisoner for a long time.
Since Emperor Tivat decided not to feed me to the Abia,
Crone laughs.
I won't take any more of your time. If you're, or any of the Imperial family need armor or weapons, let me know.
Crone nods and walks toward the castle. Kira watches her with affection. A loud thunderclap echoes through the sky. Meanwhile, Tivad sits on the throne with a goblet of wine, lost in thought. Gideon approaches and sits beside him.
Brother? Is everything all right?
No, I'm still waiting for these fools to start preparing for the celebration. They must be too scared to decide. But if they won't stop it, as soon as darkness will shine upon us, I will destroy them all.
Brother, why didn't you hold the celebration earlier? Why wait so long?
Otherwise, he loses his meaning, fool. And excess of anything always leads to it becoming tedious. I don't want that to become tiresome.
I understand now.
But I have another, more important question for you.
Yes, and what is it?
Why did you bring those disgusting servants of the Fallen Order here?
As you call them, those disgusting servants once greatly helped us. Have you forgotten?
Yeah. But there was no need to bring these creatures directly to my home, and you know that.
Don't worry, elder brother. They won't cause you any trouble.
Worry! I'll squash them like snails under food. I just warn you, if you bring them next time to my house, I them alongside F.A.T.U. to Abbey.
Of course.
Tivad stands up from the throne and heads toward the table to pour himself some wine. Finding the vessel empty, he starts shouting.
Where is that wine servant? Find him and execute that worm.
Gideon approaches Tivad and offers his almost full cup of wine.
Here, brother, try this one. I brought it from the East.
The East? Didn't we agree not to cross their lands?
Yes, but the Emperor of those lands invited me personally, and I couldn't refuse.
Be more careful next time you decide to go anywhere without informing me.
Gideon takes a step back, lowers his head, and kneels on one knee.
Forgive me, I just didn't want it to bother you.
Tivad looks at Gideon with disgust.
Stand up and give it to me. You went to get it.
Reluctantly, Gideon smiles and nods, handing his cup to Tivad.
Please.
Tivad takes the cup and finishes it in one gulp.
How is it?
I think I think I never tasted anything better than this.
It's from the oldest reserves. Nothing can compare.
You little rascal. And all this time you kept this miracle a secret from me?
Yes, but it's because this cup is all I could bring. You know the Eastern empires. They never share more than they have to.
Yes, they are like that. You know what? This bready one gave me another important thought.
Gideon's face slightly changes color.
Which one? I mean, if it gave you chills to feed me to Abia, at least give me time to take a bath.
Pathetic. The thought is following. I saw your new wife. Noticed Router. Even spotted the fallen ones. And I even noticed those wenches we encountered in Karelia. But here's the question. Where is Cooley?
He's with your commander and advisor. They wanted to discuss something.
Discuss? He'd better meet me directly if he doesn't want to lose his head.
Oh, come on, you. He arrived with the lost column and probably discussing border protection plans in case his fellow countrymen, the Newties, decide to attack us. Or maybe somebody else.
The Nudis were formidable warriors in the First War. But just like Dan, the leader is the same. So he definitely won't match me. Go and call that fool to me.
Gideon bows, slightly expressing his dissatisfaction, and leaves the throne room, closing the huge doors behind him. The door to the throne room opens again. It is Azure Throne Room. Nebi crosses his arms over his chest, approaching the empty throne. Jedor stands nearby and gazes at the throne.
How many people died before this throne became mine?
Maybe the Lord simply had no other choice.
There is always a choice. But unfortunately, the alternative was far worse.
Nebi nervously bites his lip.
Every day, I stand here, praying to the new gods for redemption. And you know what I think?
What, my lord?
That they resurrected the Phoenix, only it. After absorbing the power of the old gods, we can wipe this world.
Thus answering your prayer?
No,
Just punishing me even. The new gods are not so heartless, my lord Emperor.
all of them are bloodthirsty, Nebi. You've lived too little to understand that the amusement of the gods lies in the suffering of their creatures. Besides, the Prime Architect himself abandoned us a long time ago, disappointed.
Nebi lowers his head.
Well, alright, enough of this. Any good news?
My lord, you can execute me right now, but believe me, I did everything you said and told them everything you ordered.
In return, they called me a liar.
Yes, my lord, but I fundamentally disagree with them.
Very well. Give me time to think it all over.
Nebi bows and exits the throne room. Amazis emerges from the darkness. Jedor walks towards the throne, slowly sitting on it and spreading his legs wide.
I warned you.
As the doors to the throne room swing open, one by one, Gideon, Commander Otniel, Starimir, and Quali enter. Tivad walks around the throne room, holding the enormous Dan sword in his hands. Then he places his sword on throne and slowly approaches Quali, spreading his arms wide.
Cooley, you son of a bitch. It's been so long since I saw you last time.
Indeed, Tivad, it's been a long time.
Then come and hug your old friend.
Quali steps forward to embrace Tivad, but the latter strikes him below the waist.
Who the hell is the head of this damn empire? How many times must I prove that my fury knows no bounds? I, and only I, am in charge in here. If anyone dares to ignore me and go against my will, I will crush their skull and feed them to my damn abbey. Have you all understood?
Gideon looks slightly frightened and hesitates to shake Quorley's hand.
My Emperor, it's our fault, or rather mine. Your servant went straight to you, but I, the old blind fool, decided to discuss matters with him first. So if anyone is to be punished, it should be me.
Oh, really? And since when did you, miserable old man, decide that you have the right to make decisions first?
While saying this, Tivad approaches Starimir, grabs him by the throat, and lifts him overhead.
Also this one last time. If there's another Misha, I will feed you all to wolves.
Tivad throws Starimir to the ground and offers his hand to Quorley.
Get up, you old worm!
Quorley grabs Tivad's hand and stands up.
If you weren't my old friends, I wouldn't have to listen to you any further. My servants would have already scraped you off the floor. Now, everyone get out of the hall. I need to discuss something with Quorley.
Everyone hurriedly leaves the throne room except Gideon.
Gideon, have you lost your fear and no longer wish to live?
Forgive me, brother, but Quorley came with me, and I don't want you to do anything to him.
Gideon looks into Quorley's eyes. Quorley nods in agreement with Tivad, signaling Gideon to leave the throne room. Gideon departs.
So, what did that miserable old man tell you?
He complained, as always, that if he had a smarter advisor, he would protect his eyes from your wrath.
This stupid bastard says the same thing to every damn guest.
Tivad pulls out one of the royal chairs.
Kiss it.
Quorley takes a seat on the chair. Tivad reaches out for another chair and forcefully drags it closer to him, sitting down next to Quorley.
Now that my little brother has left, tell me, what is cunning little trickster is planning? Why the hell he came to me?
Gideon merely desires power. He's not content with being a lord. He wants to destroy Jador and become the ruler of the south. After that, he plans to conquer the rest of the world.
Conquer the world? With that small army?
Not just his army. There's a vast number of mercenaries in the south.
So?
Exactly as you've guessed.
Why the hell did he bring the Fallen Order with him?
Now, that's a good question. Maybe he wants to turn one of them into Lilandria and have her in the same place where his elder brother killed her.
Fool, don't joke about it, damn it. I'm still angry with you, and only Heron knows how I'm restraining myself.
Didn't you do all this to divert attention from Gideon?
Well, you've certainly amused me cruelly. My friend, I've never been good at strategies and manipulations.
Maybe yes or maybe not. I'm lucky that I don't know the answer.
Yes, for that you should go to the altar and pray.
My altar is in Nuthia, where I haven't been for a long time.
And that's very good, because your emperor would definitely not approve of that.
Laugh, laugh, but I'll be back there soon.
Don't drink to your swift return.
Wait, I haven't told you all of your brother's plans yet.
Really?
He plans to kill you.
What? Kill me? This little buster hasn't used his power not to lose his youth like a girl. You mean to say that this insignificant, damn creature dares to go against me?
Yes, my dear friend, your arrogant little brother has planned it carefully and for a long time.
No, Coolly. I love your Newtian jokes.
Whether you love them or not, what I told you is the pure truth. I can even tell you a part of his plan.
So tell it already.
He intends to kill you in 4 days.
On the day of Restoria.
Exactly.
If I understand correctly, he's merely waiting for the opportune moment when I'll be vulnerable. There are only two ways to kill a barrier of the god's power. And since it doesn't have his chassis and steel, there is only one.